Hey, welcome to this week's video. I'm going to be showing you what I bought at the boot sale last Saturday. I spent £50 and I got all of this, so I was really pleased with all the bits and bobs I managed to find. Now, for anyone who isn't in the UK, a boot sale is kind of like a garage sale, except all the people who are selling come to a large car park or a field, pull up their cars in rows, open their boots and put what they're selling out on the ground, hence boot sale. So instead of you, the buyer, driving around to everyone's houses to buy things, you just walk up and down rows in a field or a car park and all the sellers are in one place. So the boot sale I go to, it runs on a Thursday, a Saturday and a Sunday. I tend to go on a Saturday and or a Sunday, but there are quite a lot of traders at our boot sale. So traders are people who will do house clearances, they'll buy large lots at auctions, they'll go and buy excess stock from charity shops or stock that hasn't sold. So you're less likely to find like a hidden gem bargain because they know what they're selling.
I gave it out to test the PlayStation 2 game because they haven't been tested. Yeah. And then, yeah, just bundle all that. Yeah. Yeah.
How much would those three be? Two quid? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. I had to look up for one.
Help yourself. Pound. Take care.
Sorry about the change.
Don't worry. Oh, it's good. I like it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Do you want?
Yeah, I'll get 5 quid worth of it when I come back. Me and Grace are just going to walk round. Yeah, me and Grace are going to walk round. Oh, we had a breakfast roll. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, oh yes, there's a lot of cars here. Right. No, it's mostly a car boot. Right, I'm off. Yeah, okay then. Yeah, bye.
How much are your smalls?
What do you want?
Those. How much would that be?
4 quid?
3?
3, done.
Done.
It's just the top case. If you lift it by that, it will come off. So you have to hold it from the bottom. Absolutely, yeah, no problem. Thank you. Joy. Hello. Oh, I thought you'd like that.
I'm looking for something that's not straight. I'm looking for something that's not straight.
You've got a rubber band gun.
I'm really sorry. The guns aren't going to have to be shown on the car boot. I'm going to have to confiscate it.
You can have it.
Oh, poor Karen. Let me have a look at glasses.
Where's your plastic? It won't be needed.
Right.
We had a catapult.
Are you going to give me money then?
No, I'm not. Thank you. You're welcome. Don't get arrested and cut it down. Let the smuggle that back to Portugal. So he's going to come back for it.
It's easier for me to transport it around, but my dad was going to glue it. I said, don't, it's hard to carry.
Yeah.
How much is your bowl?
£2.
Do you want me to punch him, Karen?
And your little dog?
He's being rude.
That one's 3.
Okay.
That's older than me. That was my nan's.
Oh, was it really?
She bought it in Worcester in about 1948.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and every year she used to fill it up with Quality Street on her sideboard.
Oh, I like your nan.
Yeah, she had a pair of them. One of them got busted, but that is
I'll take that one.
proper old. Righty ho, that's £2 then.
I was asking 10, they got a bit wet yesterday.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's dive straight in and I'll show you everything that I picked up. I'll try and give you rough prices. I can't remember, some of them I bought like a whole box of stuff for 10 quid. So yeah, I'll try and give you a rough estimate of each what it cost. So first up is this gorgeous Wedgwood urn type vase. It's only small and it's got this floral pattern on it with 2 strawberries. So there you can see for comparison against my hand how big it is, but it is really pretty and it's stamped Wedgwood bone china made in England on the bottom. And then there's this ginger jar with a blue and green paisley print on it. So the lid just lifts off. There's no brand on the bottom, but it does have that EC79. So I wonder if that's the maker's initials, EC, and then 79 being the year it was made. It is porcelain, it is thin, but it is really pretty and that caught my eye. I am going to go quite quick, sorry, because there is a lot of stuff. Then there was this gorgeous crystal bowl. And it's got this cut glass etched pattern on the side and this jagged tooth edging. And again, no stamp or mark, maker's mark, but I just thought it was really unusual and really pretty. What I did notice when I got home though, is some of these edges, the points on them are a little bit chipped. Overall, it's still really pretty. Then there's this little bud vase. This is Aynsley Cottage Garden, portrayal of the flora of an English cottage garden. And it is really pretty. It's got this blue butterfly and then another butterfly down there and floral print around it. and it has got a chip in the top there, which I didn't notice when I bought it. This is something I'm realizing I need to be better at, as is really looking at stuff. I get overexcited, I see it, I love it, and I just buy it, where I need to stop and really take my time. But other than that little chip, it is really pretty. Then I picked up this vintage brass door knocker. It's got the 2 long screws that come with it, and I just thought this was a nice little brass piece, and this was part of the box for £10. And again, this was part of my box for £10, and it's a little glass cloche, and it's got this crackled glass effect. So I think what these are used for is in gardens for seedlings when they're growing, to protect them. But yeah, I thought that was just something nice to have on the website to sell. This as well was part of the £10 box. It's a Weck, which I believe is made in Germany, glass jar. So it's just got the little lid, and this is a ½ litre jar. So just a nice little glass sort of preserve jar. And then I picked up this Pyrex little casserole dish, and I think this is something Harvest is the pattern. It's got sort of onions and beans, fish, celery, and I paid £1.50 for this one, I believe. And then I spotted this for my £10 box, so say £1 for this, and it's this little wall-mounted candelabra. So you would stick 2 tapered or dinner candles in there, and it's got this, it's pretty chunky, it's heavy, it's metal, but it's got this beautiful green patina. So it looks really aged. I don't believe it is brass or anything like that. I think it's just been made to look like that. And I also picked up this lovely amber glass leaf dish. There's no markings on it, or no sort of maker stamp or anything. It's got a purple stem and the textured bottom. So that's really pretty. And I believe I paid £2 for this. There really wasn't anything more than £2 or £3. And I got these 3 plates from one gentleman who was clearing out their home. And it's this Royal Worcester Palissy plate, and it's called Goldfinch. And it's really pretty. It's got a raised pattern on it. So it's the goldfinch and the thistles and the fruit on the border. And yeah, it is a raised design. These 2 plates, so for the 3 plates I paid £2. So these are Royal Doulton plates, and they're very similar, not exactly the same, but very similar. Some beautiful roses and flower patterns. And then from that same gentleman I picked up this really lovely ceramic fruit basket. It doesn't have any maker's marks on it, but he was saying that his wife had told him that if it didn't sell, then he could bring it home because her mum had given it to him. So I did say, oh, I feel really bad making you an offer for it because your wife wants it back home. And he said, oh no, give me £2 for it and it's yours. So I thought that was a really good deal for these. And having had a look online, I think this is Italian pottery. I can't remember what it was called now, Majolica or something like that. But yeah, the fruit is really glossy, so it looks really delicious. And as you can see on the banana, there's even some browning, which makes it look really realistic. So yeah, that was really pretty. And part of the £10 box, I just saw this porcelain toast rack. Nothing exciting, not a special brand, but I just thought, oh, I'll throw that in. And then again, part of the £10 box was this little silver bowl with floral etching on the side. It says made in India on the bottom, and it's quite weighty. And this was part of the £10 box as well. And it's a little brass trinket dish on a pedestal, and it's got butterflies around the rim. And then Stuart, my other half, he bought this home. Someone at work had given it to him to sell, and it says Friary Muir, and I believe it's a brewery that's now defunct, but it's a sort of vintage ashtray, so I thought that was quite unusual. So it's a lovely embroidered cottage, and on the back it just says framed by reflections, and it's in such lovely condition, and I thought that was just so quaint, so I picked that up as well. And I saw these candlestick holders. They are Empire Ware England, and they're just simple white with a floral pattern on them, and I paid £1 for the pair, and I thought those were really pretty as well. I paid £3 for these two little vases. On the bottom they're stamped Shelley England, and then they've got a couple of numbers. So the numbers represent the shape and the pattern, and this is called fruit burst or floral burst, something like that. And they're so pretty. They've got this pearlescent shine to them, and what I've discovered from researching these is that these date to the 1920s, which is just incredible. They're so Art Deco and of that era that I'm not surprised, but the fact that they've survived that amount of time, and they are really beautiful. This was part of the £10 box, this little sort of Fabergé egg type thing. So this was, it's O.C. & Co., which is a Staffordshire pottery company, and you just pop it open. It's on a hinge lid, and it's just got a little dainty flower in there, so you could use it for storing jewellery, just little bits and bobs. It's got these 3 cute little gold legs. This was part of the £10 box as well. It's just a original Suffolk jar breakfast marmalade, Henry Watson pottery. So just that, I thought that was a nice little pickup for a kitchen with a farmhouse country aesthetic. This was part of the £10 box. So actually, most of the stuff in the £10 box, looking at how much it is, it probably was less than 50p per item. It was just this green glazed bottle. It is ceramic, but it felt really heavy. And then I noticed it had 0.5 litres M.K.M stamped on it. And when I did a quick search, these are German made bottles, and there is a little bit of value to them, not a great deal, but I thought, oh, I'll throw that in, that'll be worth picking up. It's lovely dark green colour. So again, you could use that for a candle or a floral arrangement. This was part of my £10 box. It is just a studio pottery little bowl, glazed with sort of a greeny grey and a brown. And I just thought that would look quite nice with maybe some dried flowers in it, something like that. Little brass cup. This was £1.50, I believe, and it's just got these little punch through holes in it. I just thought that looked quite nice. No sort of marks or anything on it like that, but I quite like the look of that. Then this was, I believe, £1.50 as well. It's just a little silver plated goblet, and on the bottom it has EPNS, which is the marking for silver plating, and it has GRC stamped on it. And there's a website you can go on to which has all the, or most of the makers' marks that manufactured silver plated items over the years. And if I'm not mistaken, I think GRC, it dated back to the late 1800s, this particular stamp and the style it was. So that was a lovely find, the fact that this is from the, I think it was mid 1800s, and it's got this hand etched detail in it. So that's really lovely. Then we've got this bowl, which I believe I paid £2 for. And it's this carnival glass. And when I did a Google image search on this, I believe this is called a peacock design by Fenton, which is an American glass manufacturer. And it's so pretty. When the light catches it, it's got sort of green and gold and purple tones. It really is beautiful. This was part of my £10 box. It's a St. Michael orange blossom sugar bowl. So it's just a really simple, delicate floral design. These were £1 each, and they're little crystal bells. This one's got a gold top and this one's silver. And they sound really nice. It's got a really nice ring to them. And they've got the etched markings in the crystal. So those are really pretty, and as I say, £1 each on those. This was part of the £10 box, and it's just this little Chinese design planter for bonsai trees or little plants. I did a reverse image search on it, and I did find one for sale, and the lady had put that she'd bought this in Hong Kong 30 years ago, and it looks exactly the same. So no sort of markings or anything like that on it. It's got swallows and flowers on it, so that's really nice. And this little wooden bowl, it's got some engravings on the bottom. I paid £1 for this, and it's in really nice condition, and I thought that would be lovely to put your keys on or something like that on an entryway. So I picked that one up. And then these plates, they are Christmas themed. So they've got Christmas trees all around the edge. And on the back it says Prona Home, Bone China, Holy Christmas. And I didn't think they don't look vintage particularly, but I thought, oh, Christmas is coming up. These plates look really pretty and sort of very elegant Christmas design. And then I got home and I had a look at the brand Prona, and they're so expensive. So a single plate is like $80, and a single salad bowl is roughly the same. So that was an epic find. Considering those were part of my £10 box, I probably paid less than 50p for each of them, and brand new, those would have been $80 US dollars each. Okay, we're nearing the end. I picked this one up for £1. It is a Wedgwood Colchester coffee pot in perfect condition. It's lovely. It's got just a very intricate, sort of understated floral design around the top there and some gold detailing, but it is lovely, really pretty. This was part of my £10 box. This is Dartmouth, England, and it's this urn planter. Oh, hold on, my light's gone out. There we go. Yeah, it's this white urn planter. Now, it has been used as a planter, so you can see the discoloration inside, and there is crazing on the underside, but it is still, oh, and there's a chip here as well, but it is still a really lovely piece. So I thought, well, £10, my £10 box, it was worth throwing in. Even if I get sort of £10 for it, or it's still worth it. It is, as I say, really well made. And then, oh, this Crystal Decanter. I paid £2 for this, and it is beautiful. It is super heavy, and I've looked all over for maker's marks or stamps, and there is nothing, but it's got this etched detailing, and actually it's not dissimilar to the etched pattern on the little bowl that I got. I don't know if you can see that. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I got it home, and when I was photographing it to list on the website, I noticed that there is a small chip in one of the corners, but it doesn't affect the overall look of it at all. It is just stunning. And then last few items is this Art Deco bowl, and I paid £2 for this, and the gentleman said that he remembered his mum going to Woolworths in the 40s and buying this. So it's really lovely amber glass, and I love the shape of it. It's got these 4 little feet which have some chipping on them, but not terrible chipping. They do still look really lovely. And this was part of the £10 box, this little brass spoon. And I believe this is called a love spoon. It's Welsh in origin, and it symbolises love. There was also this candle snuffer, which is brass, but it's got the most gorgeous green patina, and I suppose for some people they wouldn't like it, and they'd want to shine it up. But if you're into primitive looking pieces for your home, then that is just really stunning. And I saw this as well in the boxes I was rummaging through. So the gentleman who I bought a big box of £10 stuff, I think he does house clearance and auctions, because he just had big boxes of stuff just crammed full of stuff, and you had to really rummage around and root through it and find bits. So this was at the bottom of one of the boxes, and I noticed it had on it JRGNS WD 1960 22B87, and I thought, oh, I have no idea what that is, but it looks brass and it looks unique, so I'll pop it in my box. And when I got home and did a Google image search on this, this is for cleaning buttons in the military. So it stops the what you clean your buttons with going on the uniform. So I guess they would slot them between here and then clean the button. And this one must date from 1960. So yeah, that was a really nice, interesting little find. And the last thing were these spoons, which I paid £1 each for. And they're these silver plated spoons with raised fruit designs in them, and they just really caught my eye. And I thought they would look lovely displayed in a kitchen, but they've got these like fruit, and they are just really pretty. These two here, I believe, are a set, a salad server set. So those two I'm selling as a pair, and then these three I'm selling as a set as well. And these 3 have EPNS on the back for the silver plating mark and some other maker's mark as well, but I haven't quite been able to decipher who they are. So yeah, those are the last bits. So that's everything I picked up for £50. So hopefully you agree that that was a really good bargain day. I had to go back to the car twice to offload my little trolley. That was everything I got today. It is all listed on the website, so if you've seen anything that you fancy, then please check out the description box below. I'll have my website linked there and you'll be able to find anything here that you like. I do ship to the UK, Europe, Canada, America, Australia, New Zealand, and most of Europe. I don't know if I said Europe, I can't remember. But thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me if you've got to the end. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing all the little treasures I found. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye.